Thank you, first of all, for everyone who voted. This was not easy. We had a lot of people voting in a new way with mail-in voting, and then we had the last-minute court decision, which put everything up in the air, and so it was really hard. There were a lot of people trying to make it hard for us to vote over in the Republican Party, and many people still decided, I'm going to exercise my right to vote, and I'm going to find a way to do it, and they did. We know that we had more than 1.7 million votes that were cast before Election Day, and we want to keep our #1 position in the country for percent of people voting. Obviously, we don't know any of the results, but I've seen, like everyone else, the ones that are reported, and we see Vice President Biden ahead in Minnesota. We see Tina Smith ahead. I don't think any of this is a surprise to anyone, but I'm very proud of our state and what's been happening in terms of people voting and the showing that we're making tonight. I think what you do see across the country is a lot of divide in many of the states, and also that was not a surprise. I think the presidential race, just like I said from the beginning of my campaign, when I announced in the middle of the blizzard that this is going to be about the Midwest, about what happens in the Midwest, will be very important. I know that Vice President Biden is also making an incredibly strong showing right now in Arizona. I think that's something for everyone to watch. We have a lot of Minnesotans down there. And the night will go on. But one of the points I wanted to make tonight as we wait for the results is the importance of unity. I think you know that the last 4 years have been marked by chaos and confusion, and we must let these next 4 years be defined by getting things done for the American people. But to get anything done, we need to unite our country. I believe that Joe Biden can do that. I know that the governor works to do that in Minnesota every single day. And I want to make clear that to me, unity isn't about settling. It's about striving for something more. It's about figuring out what we can achieve together, not the lowest common denominator. It's about reaching up toward a higher purpose. E pluribus unum, out of many, one. It is more than a motto. It is the North Star of our state. Today, for many, many, many people, this election will be critical. It's going to determine the future of our country. For so many Minnesotans right now, it is personal. My husband, John, is with me. He got through coronavirus after being in the hospital for nearly a week with pneumonia, severe pneumonia, on oxygen, and so many Minnesotans are experiencing the same thing right now as we've seen record numbers of cases. The governor is doing all he can to not just make this a safe place, which is why our message to so many is to wear masks, but also to make sure we can get on the other end with a very strong economy. I am proud of what we have achieved. I'm proud of the work my friend Tina Smith. I hope you'll hear from her tonight. When we get all the votes counted, we'll be able to give a victory speech. And I'm also excited about what's happening in our state for Joe Biden. He is someone who has this extraordinary capacity to bring our country together, which is exactly what our country needs right now. When I announced my presidential campaign in that blizzard next to that river, I said this was a moment to cross the river of our divides, to get to a higher plane in our politics. This is the moment for America to do that. I never thought this would be an easy election. I said that from the very beginning. I still believe that tonight. But I still have faith we're going to get out the other end, that we're going to come together as a country, that we're going to make sure these votes are counted, and that we will emerge from this as a stronger country. I believe Joe Biden's going to make it through tonight, but I think it's going to be a very long night with all focuses on the Midwest. So let's be patient. I've said this many times to everyone. It's going to take a while to count all the votes, but in the end, Minnesota will emerge as the North Star that we always are. Thank you.